Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Just a quick update here today. Price hasn't moved much, but Solana is dropping further into my purple support box. So after the all-time high, obviously, which was an impulsive wave one, Solana started a correction, and since then we have been in this correction. We have remained bearish on this channel throughout the entire correction, and now we are at we could call it a tipping point here. Because we talked about that Solana has fulfilled already the minimum requirements that it needs to fulfill for completing the correction, which doesn't mean that the correction needs to be over, but it just means that it has fulfilled the minimum requirements, which means it has come below that wave A in a wave C. So the wave C created a lower low, which is important to complete that correction. Is the wave C over or not? I cannot tell you that. What I can tell you is that we are currently here in a descending wedge, which means that the downtrend is slowing down. You can also see that by looking at the chart and looking at the chart making lower lows, whereas you can see on the daily chart the RSI making higher lows, which is called a bullish divergence, which could indicate a that we get close to the completion of the correction, okay? Because it means that the downtrend is slowing down. Typically, before you see a trend reversal, you see either a bullish divergence, in a downtrend, which would mean that the price tends to start to go up soon, or you see a bearish divergence, which means at the end of a bull run you can see that, and which means that the price action is getting exhausted, the bulls are getting exhausted, profit taking is going to come in soon, and that the trend is reversing down. So that is promising. We're also in this bullish pattern, the descending wedge, and we are pretty much in the apex here, so there is not much more room for further movement. We've been tracking this now for a few days. So far no breakout has happened. We could say there was an attempted breakout today, but that was failed here. Today we have another red candle, and we are really getting deeper and deeper into the support box and deeper into the apex of that descending wedge. There isn't much more space, maybe 1 or 2 more days, but pretty much we are at the end of what the price can do in this current pattern. So there needs to be a decision very shortly. I personally do expect some volatility here shortly. I cannot tell you in which direction it is going to break out, but what I can tell you is that after a breakout, we first need to break above $105. Otherwise, there is a big risk that we are dropping down again. So personally, in order to be more convinced that this is a sustainable breakout, if we break to the upside of the descending wedge, I mean, first of all, there is an opportunity if you break above the current level, like $81, $82, there is a possibility that this could go to $105 in the first instance, because that is the recent resistance. But here, this is an important first resistance that we need to get beyond. And then we've got the next one at 122. This would also be my target for this breakout if it happens, because this is the beginning of the wedge, in my view, this $122 level. And typically the target of a breakout of a descending wedge would be the beginning of the wedge. So however, until it hasn't broken out, I remain bearish because we haven't broken out yet. So my view is that until we really see a completion of the correction here, or a breakout out of that pattern, that we are coming down once more lower, and we would hit here the next support area. So if we break through that support box here, which is basically ranging from $75 to $81, if we drop below $75, then you are going to see the $55 or $56 level. That is the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level, and that is the next logical target for me, as we have broken below $100, and the $100 level was the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. So because we did lose that, there is now a high probability that we're actually going to go to the next Fib level. So this is pretty much the message. We are still here squeezed into the apex. We are about to break out here. I don't know which direction it will be, but if it is to the upside, we are going to see first 105, and then if we can retest that as support, then there is a good chance we are going to get $222. There is a risk because we are still in a downtrend. So I would personally, in the current environment at least, if someone is trading this as a short-term long trading opportunity, I would personally set a stop loss, and what I would also do is to wait for a retest. So first of all, a retest here of the purple support box, and then also when we move higher, then the next instance would be a retest of the $105 before we go to the next level. Because we saw it with Gala a few days ago. There was a breakout to the upside. We did manage to get above the previous high, but the retest failed. Therefore I did not open a long position there, and as I told you, I want to wait for the retest, and that was a good decision because in the end the retest failed. And that's currently my view here on Solana. Overall, long term, or even medium term, as soon as Solana has completed the correction, I do see with the Fibonacci extensions, the next wave 3, which would be a wave 3. So this year was a wave 1, the all-time high. Now we're coming down in a wave 2, and the wave 3 will go impulsively to the upside. And the target for that is at least the 1.618 extension, and that is around $450. Bear in mind, this is the minimum target. So we can be looking forward to something great. But what I can't tell you is when exactly the correction will be finished. Hopefully it will be fairly soon. Hopefully it will be end of Q1, but probably it will be more rather now Q2. But yeah, this is a very, very interesting development here on the chart. Very exciting, so I'll keep you updated. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.